Hi everyone, welcome to IEEE Wonderland. Today we are going to talk about the photon 3D printer. But before that, I'm going to explain to you about what is UV light. So UV light is actually an electromagnetic radiation which can cause damage to your living tissues. So there's actually a broad range of wavelength of electromagnetic radiation, which is called electromagnetic spectrum. So it's actually divided into 7 regions, which has a decreasing order of wavelength, increasing of energy, and also increasing of frequency. So it consists of microwaves, radio waves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet light, X-ray, and gamma ray. Today I am going to explain on how does this photon 3D printer works. So it requires the liquid resin and also the UV light. So this UV light required because this photon of light will actually solidify the liquid resin layer by layer. So that is the process of this 3D printing. So imagine if you're building a house, a wall. So you are arranging the bricks layer by layer until it forms a wall. So that is the case. In the case of this 3D printer, the UV light will actually solidify the liquid resin layer by layer. Now I am going to demonstrate how to use this photon 3D printer. But before that, we need to wear a protection. You need to wear gloves, safety goggle, as well as mask. The reason behind it is because this liquid resin is actually hazardous, and also the UV light might damage your eyes. So you need to be careful when handling this photon 3D printer. So before that, I'm going to show you the software that we use for this demonstration to model the 3D object. So we are using SketchUp. So as you can see here, once we have already modeled the 3D object, we are going to transfer into a pen drive with the correct format that is supported by this 3D photon printer into the pen drive. And as you can see, the screen is touch screen and it's easier to handle. So once you have the right format, when you click print, you can see all the files that you have uploaded in the pen drive for you to print. Okay, so before you print, of course you need a liquid resin, because without it, you won't have any product. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate the printing process. So you need a liquid resin. You need to pour it on the bottom of this tray because the UV light is from the bottom. Alright, so once you pour the resin, you have to make sure it's properly closed, and you need to select which file that you want to, which object that you want to print. Print and play. Okay. So that's it. So you need to wait for few hours in order for you to get the finished product. So this is the final product of the photon 3D printer using a resin. So as you can see, when you use resin, it's more smooth and it's highly detailed product as compared to on the other hand, it's using a plastic component. So you can see the layer is not as smooth as when you're using resin and using the photon 3D printer. Okay, that is it for today on how to use this photon 3D printer and the concept of UV light in order to create a 3D model object. So I hope you had fun in IEEE Wonderland. Goodbye.